Good morning, students. I hope all of you had a wonderful time during these summer vacations and back again with the new energy and positivity. Let us start the new chapter of Civics, chapter number 2, Understanding Secularism. Mahatma Gandhi, father of the nation, had dreamt of India to be secular. He had played an important role in the struggle for freedom of India. Mahatma Gandhi said, I do not expect India of my dreams to develop one religion, that is, to be wholly Hindu or wholly Christian or wholly Muslim, but I want to be wholly tolerant with its religions working side by side with one another. Students, in the last chapter, we have studied about the features of the Indian Constitution due to its multi-ethnic, multicultural and multiracial society. It was essential to follow a path of secularism. In this chapter, we shall study about the various nuances of secularism. What is secularism? The term secularism refers to a system of social and political organization where no religion is given special treatment. The constitution of a country adopts a secular vision when its policies are not influenced by religious views. Emphasis on secularism is one of the most important features of the Indian Constitution. The Constitution of India prohibits discrimination on the basis of any particular religion, race, caste, sex, or place of birth. The word secular was incorporated in the preamble of the Indian Constitution by an amendment in 1976. Secularism in the Indian Constitution implies equality of all religions. It also means that India does not have an official state religion. As a secular state, India does not favor or discriminate against any religion. Let us discuss about the concept of secularism. The word secularism was first used by the British writer George Jacob Holyoake in 1851. Although the term was new, but if we see in the history, in particular, early secular ideas involving the separation of philosophy and religion can be traced back to Ibn Rushd, and in India the Upanishads also talked about Sarvdharm Sambhava, which means respect for all religion. Holyoake invented the term secularism to describe his views of promoting a social order separate from religion, without actively dismissing or criticizing religious belief. He felt that secularism was not an argument against Christianity, it was one independent of it. Secularism is a modern political and constitutional principle and has two essential features. One feature is all individuals have the freedom to live by their religious beliefs and practices as they interpret these. The other one, the state and the religion should be separate. In this feature, the state keeps itself away from interfering in the affairs of people's religion and belief. This allows freedom to interpret religious teachings differently or permits citizens to exit from their religion and have the freedom to embrace another religion. The people have the right to make their own decisions, and government does not legislate on issues regarding religious interpretations and beliefs. Mahatma Gandhi said the soul of religion is one, but it is engaged in a multitude of forms. Wise men will ignore the outward crust and see the same soul living under a variety of crusts. Dr. S. Radhakrishnan view on secularism are: secularism doesn't mean anything irreligious or atheism or even stress on material comforts. Rather, it lays stress on the universality of spiritual values, which may be obtained by a variety of ways. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar has viewed the secularism as all that secular state means is that this parliament shall not be competent to impose any particular religion upon the rest of the people. Now there is a question, what is the need of the secularism? Nearly all countries of the world would normally have more than one religious group living in them. As the population is not equally divided into different religions, there would be different number of people following different religions. The people following the religion which has the most number of followers in a country is termed as the majority community, while the people following other religions are termed as minority communities. While the social order is more controlled and generally dictated in an autocratic, theocratic, or non secular state, things are different in a democratic state. In a democracy, the government is elected through general elections, and it is largely possible that the government or policy makers would be from the majority community. Thus, usually the majority religious group would have access to state power, and it could easily use this power to discriminate against and persecute persons of other religions. The majority could cause discrimination, coercion, and at times even the killing of religious minorities or prevent minorities from practicing their religions. Any form of religious domination will go against the basic rights of the citizens. This tells us why secularism gains importance, especially in democratic society and state. I hope all of you have now understood what is the need of secularism. That is, the main objective is one religious community does not dominate another. The state does not enforce any particular religion nor take away the religious freedom of individuals. That some members do not dominate other members of the same religions. What is Indian secularism? The Indian constitution mandates that the Indian state be secular. According to the constitution, only a secular state can realize its objectives to ensure that one religious community does not dominate another, that some members do not dominate other members of the same religious community, that the state does not enforce any particular religion nor take away the religious freedom of individuals. When we talk about the secularism in India, India has had a history of various rulers and invasions in the past. These have led to India having people with varied religious beliefs and faith. Here it is very important to mention that the original text of the preamble as adopted by the Constituent Assembly did not contain the word secular. It was inserted into the preamble by the 42nd Amendment of the Constitution, which was done in 1976. In the Indian context, secularism adapts these features. It implies equal respect to all religions. It also means that India does not have an official state religion. All citizens, irrespective of their religious beliefs, are equal in the eyes of law. The Indian state is not ruled by any religious group. In India, government establishments are not supposed to promote any religion. People are free to preach, practice, and propagate religion of one's choice. They are even free to exit from the religion to embrace another religion. Let us do the comparison between the secularism in India and USA. Students, there is a difference in the interpretation of secularism in India as compared to some other countries. Indian form of secularism is different from that of some other countries like the USA. In the United States of America, the First Amendment of the US Constitution prohibits the legislature from making laws respecting the establishment of religion or what prohibits the free exercise of religion. Use of the term establishment means that no religion can be declared as official religion. Thus, there cannot be any interference by the state in the affairs of religious bodies or vice versa. In India, the state does intervene in religious matters and imposes laws for the overall improvement of the society. This is necessary as many people still uphold some harmful beliefs which had set in centuries ago due to religious ignorance and superstition. To understand this better, we can take one example of the old custom of dowry, sati, and untouchability practiced by some Hindus. The government has instituted laws to ban these age old customs which were turning into a social menace. When we are talking about the secularism in India, let us talk about some examples. One example is the madrasa system of education in the Muslim community is allowed in India, and the Sikhs are not required to wear helmets while driving two wheelers while others are required to. Thus, the laws have been more tolerant to the essence of religious beliefs, and it needs to be understood that secularism is to help and facilitate the citizens to continue in their belief and faith. The model of secularism adopted by India is thus more tolerant towards the teachings of various religions, thus ensuring no one, whether in majority or minority community, feels threatened by the state with regards to his faith and belief. Yet, as a part of governance, the state has always tried to prevent malpractices, superstitious, and dangerous activities both by spreading education and awareness as well as enactment of laws. Students, let us summarize what we have learned today. Two basic principles of secularism are: the first is the strict separation of the state from religious institutions. The second is that people of different religions and beliefs are equal before law. Features of the Indian secularism are: 1. It implies equal respect to all religions. 2nd, it does not have an official state religion. 3rd, all citizens, irrespective of their religious beliefs, are equal in the eyes of law. The Indian state is not ruled by any religious groups. In India, government establishments are not supposed to promote any religion. People are free to preach, practice, and propagate religions of one's own choice. Students, I hope all of you have understood this chapter nicely and watch the video carefully and attentively and solve the worksheet along with this. Thank you so much, students. Have a good day.